Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be walking through my first Stardew Valley farm. If you like the video, consider subscribing and join the community on Twitch and Discord. Links to both of those are down below. So this was initially streamed and I was kind of showing off all of these Stardew Valley farms, but a ton of them were just kind of boring and the audio was messed up for the really interesting one. So I'm just going to run through that one right now. Alright, well, here's my farmhouse. This is definitely the most decorated a farmhouse of mine has ever been. Obviously I have like the children of the legendary fish here, and as you can see I've got kids. I was married to Abigail, who I'm not sure would be the person I would go for at this point, but maybe that'll have to be its own video. I also put together this statue room that I thought was super cool because we have like all the secret statues, some movie-based statues, and just all sorts of other random statues you can get. And also, speaking of these children, I spent forever getting each of them up to 10 hearts. Like also I couldn't be bothered to give them names. I was feeling super uncreative. But I spent forever getting these kids up to 10 hearts, like a real in-game year. It was a disaster. Up here, just some light decorations. I think the kids' room looks decent. And then here we've got like all the scarecrows, the first one, the rare crows, and the deluxe one. And then we have 4 of the 5 legendary fish. Rip the crimson fish, who I'm pretty sure got turned into sashimi, because it's not on my farm anymore. And then here's like the main living area. I really like the way that these stone chests look. I think they look super sick when you color them. And then of course the plasma setup with both arcade systems here. I've spent a lot of time playing both of these, which is why like on endless mode of this game, I have like a ridiculously high score. But I didn't have a way to record Switch footage at the time, so yeah, that's just kind of unfortunate. But it doesn't really matter. And then if we head into the cellar, I used to have like every single space be covered, all 289 spots where you could put a cask. But I eventually just switched to this because it was easier to pick everything up. Outside is kind of more simplistic than I think people would expect, because really what I've got is my warp totems. I've got a few famous statues here. And then if we walk over here, we've got this mushroom-themed restaurant, which I remember I really hated how it ended up looking at the time, because I just couldn't get a clear vibe, because like these dining chairs just don't really match with like everything else that's made of wood. But I just thought it'd be cute to have like a mushroom-based restaurant, because over here we have like the back room, which is like a mushroom farm. I don't know. I thought it was fun. And then what you may notice is that there's like nothing else around. And that's just because what I did was I put everything super close to my front door by having this little warp here. And this takes me to the bottom left of the map where I have everything else that's like important. So for instance, I have my ancient fruit wine shed. And then over here we've just got like my ancient fruit farm with some more kegs. And then over here, this is actually a sad story because these guys didn't all used to be black and then they got cursed, which is really unfortunate because they used to be like fun colors and now they're all black, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Anyways, out here we've then got, silos for, of course, all these animals. Neither of these are full, but that's because I kept one of each different kind or color of animal. So for instance, we've got many chickens, but that's because we have a brown chicken, blue chicken, white chicken, gold chicken, void chicken. But as for the barn, we've got like 1 goat, 1 ostrich, 1 pig. So yeah. And then on top of that, like both of these are just full of all the materials that you can get from these animals. And that's really just because I got so lazy of taking it all out and I had no reason to grab it because I'm filthy rich and have nothing to spend my money on. So yeah. And then of course the last thing we've got down here is my diamond farm, which I took some of these diamonds out when I was streaming last time, but yeah. So that's my farm. There's a few other things I want to show off. First of all, it's gonna be in the tunnel, which I feel like is an area no one uses, and I realized, okay, no one uses this, I might as well do something about it. So what I did, of course, I decorated it, so I think it looks at least brighter and then I put a chest over there. Now, this chest isn't like normally accessible. Whoops, walked right out of the tunnel. But if you use the, I would say pretty well-known void glitch, where you just kind of use a sword and get out of bounds, you can walk all the way around to my secret chest where I put all my prismatic shards. If we check over in town, there's not too much to show, but there's a couple of things. I mean, first off, we completed the community center, obviously, because why would you go for Joja? And then, of course, we did the whole Trash Bear quest and built Pam a house, which is exciting. So this is kind of the best that your town can look, especially when you add in the movie theater. I mean, come on. Can't get much better than that. And then I guess the last area to show is the island. So it kind of sucks that it's raining, but whatever. We've of course got the resort, which no one's at because it's raining. And then if we come onto the farm, we've got just a pretty standard ancient fruit farm, nothing too crazy. And then of course we just have every fruit tree because I just wanted to have any fruit whenever I needed it. And then last but not least, here in Mr. Key's secret walnut room, if you couldn't already tell based on the hat I'm wearing, we've got 100% completion. It's not really so surprising because I have roughly 300 hours on this farm, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you have a fantastic day.